What's up? My name is Orphid, and Borderlands 3 has a release date. That release date is September 13th, 2019, and I am ready to cry. Now, all I need is Cyberpunk 2077 to get a confirmed release date, play both of those games, and I can officially end myself. But no, seriously, I am very, very excited that I'll get to play this game in a couple of months. I've been waiting for this game for so long, and it's finally here, guys. Try not to cry. So in this trailer I'm going to be running in the background, I want to highlight a couple things that stood out to me. The first one being Amara's punch. She just Jedi fucking palms these bandits and like sends them flying, which is sick. I'm hoping there's like hella ragdoll physics in the game. The second one is Flack's pets, notably the Skag. In the reveal trailer, the Skag Flack was using was really small, it was like a pup. The one in this trailer is it's massive, so I'm guessing through progression of his skill tree, the animals will grow and they'll get more abilities. You'll get to see that visually as well. Hoping you can get fucking Skags that are the size of, mini dinosaurs or something. That'd be sick. This third one is, of course, the thick boy. Look at him. He's thick. The fourth one being Amara's projection. In the clip, you can see her projecting this like siren image of herself with all of the siren arms out. So I'm guessing that's going to be one of her action skills. You can kind of like send it out to damage enemies in one specific instant, or maybe it stays out for a little while and fights alongside you. That'd be pretty fucking cool. But it's probably just one instant. Still really cool nonetheless. Now, the last part of this video, I want to highlight the weapons. Gearbox gave a little more insight as to all of the manufacturers and the weapon types and what you can expect to be using when you're playing the game. Now, some of these return from the first two Borderlands games, some of them are new, and a lot of them have added features. They have the familiarity of the first two games and their functionality, but they also have some new stuff, which is really, really exciting. So we're gonna go into the first one, being Atlas. And the Atlas weapons in this game is a manufacturer that comes back from Borderlands 1. And these weapons have tracking tags that allow your bullets to essentially track the enemy. So you shoot a little homing dart on them, and for that duration that it's on them, your bullets will just go after the homing dart, which is really, really fucking cool. The second one we're going to take a look at is Doll. Now, I was never really a fan of Doll weapons in Borderlands 2 because they were all burst fire. That was their gimmick, is that if you aim down sights, the weapon became burst for higher accuracy. If you fired from the hip, you could still fire full auto, but I wasn't a fan of that. Now, these weapons in Borderlands 3, you're going to be able to toggle between alternate fire modes depending on your playstyle. So there's some of these weapons I would imagine that you can actually make full auto. You get to switch on the fly, which is really cool. I might actually start to use Doll weapons this time. So yeah. Now the third one here is Hyperion. I've always been a fan of the Hyperion weapons, especially in Borderlands 2. Their whole gimmick was that the longer you fired them, the more accurate they became. In this game, they retain that feature, but they also have added shields that are mounted onto the weapon. So when you aim down sights, it projects this hollow shield around the gun, essentially offering you some form of frontal protection. The next one is Jacobs. In Borderlands 2, Jacobs focused on higher power and precision at the cost of fire rate. So the guns were all semi-automatic. They essentially fired as fast as you could pull the trigger, so it rewarded accuracy in getting critical hits. In this game, they retained that bonus to critical hits, but the bullets also ricochet towards other targets, which is so fucking cool. Gage in Borderlands 2, she had a whole skill tree dedicated to kind of bullets ricocheting, and it seems like you're gonna get that with just the Jacobs manufacturer, so that's really exciting. Now the next one we're going to take a look at here is a personal favorite of mine. I've always been a massive fan of the Malawan weapons in all the Borderlands games because these weapons are exclusively elemental. In any game, I'm a big fan of anything that resembles magic even closely, so I love Malawan. And in this game, you're going to be able to toggle between two elements. That's so fucking cool. You'll be able to charge the weapon and deal guaranteed elemental damage as long as you hold the trigger. So I wonder how that's going to work. I'm still super excited about the fact that you can change elements on the fly, so I'm hoping they can do some really cool stuff with the legendary Malawan weapons. Maybe you get to change between 3 elements, who knows. This next one here is a new weapon type. It's mostly reminiscent of Iridian weapons if you've played Borderlands 1. These were alien technology weapons that kind of use energy as their ammo source, and they had unlimited ammo, but they kind of worked on like this cooldown system where you had to wait for the bar to recharge before you can fire again. Here, the description reads, enjoy uninterrupted damage dealing courtesy of infinite ammo magazines, occasionally interrupted by unpredictable overheating. So it seems like these weapons will work on an overheat mechanic, but the ammo is always there for you. You never have to worry about ammo. Nonetheless, these weapons look really cool. Our penultimate weapon type is Tediore. Now these weapons function the same way they did in Borderlands 2. In Borderlands 2, you could throw these weapons as the form of their reload. So you didn't reload traditionally, you actually just threw them and got rid of them, and the weapon respawned in your hand. And the mechanic was the weapon reload would deal bonus damage based on how many bullets was left in the mag when you threw it. So it worked like that in this game as well, but they also pursue the enemy. So if you throw it and you miss, the weapon will actually go after the enemy and hit them, which is just a cherry on top. So if you like Tediore weapons in Borderlands 2, you're gonna have to come back and show them some love here in this game as well. And now our final entry, another favorite of mine, Vladov. The Vladov weapons in this game retain their high fire rate, huge magazines, but this time they get undermounted attachments, so you can put tasers, rocket tubes, which are noob tubes, or grenade launchers if you're familiar with FPS games, and additional gun barrels, so you could just put a whole nother gun type on the bottom of these weapons. Again, all these weapons are retaining the glory they had in the previous games, just with added spice, every single one of them, and that's so fucking cool. Guys, I can't wait for this game to come out. These trailers, the announcements they're giving us, all of it is just super exciting. They're going to be doing a full-on gameplay reveal on May 1st, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I can't wait personally. We get to see exactly what the gameplay will look like. We get a deep dive into the skills, some of the guns, some of the mission structures, and man, September 13th, can't come soon enough. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. How are you guys feeling about Borderlands 3 so far? Be sure to drop a comment. You guys have a good one, and until next time.